life after 10 years, this fucking newbie, my real life is finally here on the air after 10 years. Okay, now you want to be real? You want really to have, like she said it, you want to have a real conversation.
Let's do it.
Yes, these listeners of Behind the Velvet Rope Patreon to Kim and David, this is what we've been waiting for 10 years, guys.
Yes.
The shit that happens off camera. I knew about Bill Aiden's affair for 3 years before any of these lovely
All of us did. All of us.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is it. This is what, so yeah, so I have to give her credit of like, you've now brought this shit onto the show, which I didn't want on the show. And she thought it, what now? At least she was like, you want to be real? Let's be real.
Let's be real. And then, all right, then she talked about Joe Gorga. Now,
sorry, I was all riled up, but I just want to explain this is the realest Melissa we've seen.
Yes. Now, my DMs last night were all about what I thought that Louis and Teresa should have done with this information. Should he have called Joe by himself? Should he? And then this is my logic. Okay. My logic is that if he wanted to tell them, he should have been them. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm going to look you in the eye and I'm going to know if you're lying. You come face to face with me, David, and I tell you what I heard and I see the way you answered me, I'm going to know. Calling Joe and tell him your wife cheated when you don't really 100% know. I mean, none of us were in the car. We don't know. Do I believe it? I think it's pretty logical that it happened. So does David. Okay. Would we bet our townhouse on it? Would I be? No.
I'm not betting my Hamptons townhouse that
no, that's what I'm saying. But we believe it happened. But with that said, the right thing to do, if you're a smart person, is to call them both and say, listen, this is it's coming out. So if you really care about them, it's coming out. We don't believe it, but it's coming out. And you would see Melissa's face right off the bat, how she would react to it. I don't believe after a 10-year marriage, 12-year marriage. No, they're longer than that. How long has Joe and Melissa been married? I mean, many years.
24. What is she now? 44?
Yeah, 22 or something like that. But 22, I think. So you don't tell somebody you should leave the woman this and that. First of all, I don't even think you should leave somebody over a kiss anyway, especially when you're married. That's just me. You work it out. But yeah, all the DMs that came in, I couldn't answer them all. Kim D, would have told them to both come over and I would have talked to both of them, but I have a reason because I'd want to see her face when I said it.
I just have a reason. Listen, if your brother starts to date a girl and it's the first month, 9 months, you're about to go ring shopping, of course, to Cartier. I'm only doing a Cartier ring, girls.
Yes.
You know, you say, wait, before you propose after a year and 1 day, I just want to put this out there. That's fine. You call the brother over separate. I agree with you.
Yeah,
I mean,
different.
It's 3 children. It's 20 years. It's 20 plus years. It's like, you know, I see Melissa's point in this of like, it's just, this is his wife. Like, what did you expect him to do with this information? Go home and pack the bags?
No.
I mean,
I don't think he was too happy about it. I don't believe it was all fun and games and he was doing cartwheels outside of his house. I truly believe, listen to me, when, who was saying how specific it was? Jen. Jen's cracking me up lately.
She's
I'm
funny.
loving Jen.
She's a funny girl.
I'm loving, not Fessler, everyone. Not Fessler.
God.
Can't gag me with a spoon with Fessler. Jen Aiden's cracking me up. She seems like she's a lot of fun, blah, blah, blah. Back up. Now, when Jen Aiden said the details, the names, the time, David knows all these people. It's just too, icky. It's just there. So, but deep down, Joe's not sure. He can't be sure. He wasn't there. He can't be sure. Can't be sure. You can't. You can never be sure.
You can never be sure. I mean, I'm convinced it happened, but I'm not sure. I'm in my lovely Hamptons townhome. When you tell me to bet it, I'm not fucking betting this shit.
No, of course not. Of course
and
not.
You're not going to throw away 3 children and, your partner over this. So
no.
I listen, getting on to Laura for a minute, like Laura's known Margaret for 40 years. I've known Margaret for, say, 4 years. When I talk to Laura and give her the spiel of what Margaret is and how her psychological, Laura's like, you're 100. Yes, everything.
Yeah.
So it's like when two people have the same exact story, this is real. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah,
Margaret definitely told Laura that. Margaret definitely
she's
told
not
Laura.
making it up. Laura's
No, Laura's not
gonna,
making it up.
no.
No. She definitely told Laura. And David and I also said that if we had a friend of 40 years, we'd probably tell them too. If that something like that happened, I would probably call David. David would call me, not thinking that it would, get any further. But with that said, I'm glad. Listen, I don't want to see Melissa and Joe break up over a stupid kiss in a backseat. You know what I mean? I would never want that. Work it out. But, last night, the anger was insane. It's been building up.
I mean,
we could break everyone down. Danielle Cabral.
But wait,
was
just what
fabulous.
about Melissa for a minute? Like, I mean,
okay.
This is what she's been saying all season. She's like, I mean, this is her big, like, I can't talk about it, but in the finale,
Wait,
so she really feels this should sway everyone to Team Melissa. Like, is
but
what
you know
Louis
what?
and Teresa are, is it so bad? I mean, I'm curious.
Well, listen, I think calling her husband over and saying your wife cheated. I heard you right. Like, that's a little much when it was supposed to be a kiss in the back of a car. They could have handled it a little bit different. But now, if it was me and I didn't do any of this, okay, I would have handled it a little bit different. I would have probably called them and went back over to the house with Joe and said, listen to me, this is laughable. And you've done this 100 times, Teresa. This is laughable. You are not going to break me and Joe up. Hasta la vista, baby. See you during filming. I don't care if it comes out or not, because it's ridiculous. It's not true. Now, Margaret, why are you so angry? She was flipping out because you know why? She knows she said it. She knows. Now, if you didn't say it, why are you freaking out? It's laughable. Yeah, that's right. Yep, I kissed tons of guys. He wasn't the only one. I kissed a ton of guys. They're guilty. Margaret is stone cold guilty. And what was rich was when she said to Danielle, you're trying to break up a marriage. Excuse me, Margaret Joseph, you truly broke up too. You were the one behind the Jackie Evan rumor, and you try to break up Jen's marriage. Are you kidding me? You're like that. You're the A-lister of marriage breaker-uppers. I mean, you got to be kidding me. That was rich. We're
going to talk about Mike, because I ran into Jackie Saturday night and Margaret was there at the GLAAD Awards. We're going to talk about that. And I have a theory.
Yeah.
Hold that thought, because I got to talk very much on that about why Margaret's so mad. Because I mean, have we ever seen her this mad?
No.
I got to talk about that. Before we do, I have to just address a lot of comments from last week. Everyone has slipped into the YouTube comments and saying, oh, so now you and Kim are promoting Ilya wine. Let me tell you something. This is not like an ad. This is, I tried Ilya wine one night. I reached out to the wonderful Ilya and said, listen, will you send some to me and Kim D? Kim has a real issue over here because I sent her new product since last week and she's already drank it. I know I only.
Well, I have people over.
Kim, this is 2 weeks in a row, girl.
I know. I always have a lot of company, and I opened it up because I want them all to taste it so they buy it. You know what I mean? Because I love it that much.
You love it that much. That is what I just want to make clear. Like, this isn't like paid for hire. This is truly
we really enjoy
the only wine that we will now drink. I don't know what else to say. I personally prefer, you have the red. I like the light red. Here it is. I'm going to have a cheers with me.
That looks like it's white. Is that the white?
No, this is
the light red.
Okay, do you want to know what this is?
I see it now.
No, do you want to know what this is? I'm going to be honest. Now you're calling me out because this might be a little lowbrow for people. It's both of these mixed together, girl. Because
my God,
I can't decide between the white and the red. They're both.
Oh my God, you're crazy.
So I mixed them together.
Very nice. Okay.
You see how it's like a little bit. It's a little bit of this and a little. This is true. And by the way, with the code that is popping up on your screen,
I can't believe the price. The price is great.
It's under $30.
The price is great. It's unbelievable. The price is great.
And
it really is.
With the code Velvet20, which is popping up, you're getting 20% off. And by the way,
beautiful.
Even if this was the worst wine in the world, I would probably order it for 20% off, and I would really order it because it comes to your
comes right to your house, but it's not the worst. It happens to be very good. Summer's coming,
truly the
stock up,
best.
get a case, stock up. This way, when people come over, like when they come over at my house, I open it up and it's there. You don't have to go to the liquor store, none of this. It comes right to your house, which is fabulous.
So
Which is
there
fabulous.
you go. I love the Ilya line. So here's the thing about Margaret. So yes, she was screaming this, that. Margaret, let's just break it down. I don't even think Margaret was mad because she started the rumor. I think Margaret was mad because she gathers dirt on people. She is the big moment. You know, someone stealing her thought. Like, she was like, this newbie is going to reveal
She called
the
her
secret.
yeah, low budget Betty. Excuse me, Margaret. You're the one with all the lawsuits and all that. Your house is all broken down. Don't be calling anybody low budget Betty. Okay.
Now,
Right. You have no right to be calling people low budget Betty. Okay. You're on borrowed time. And now with the